If you are new to our center, my name is Michelle Bledsoe, and I, along with our community manager, Monisha Rowe, will be hosting this evening, or Rao, sorry. I am honored to introduce Sarah Marie this evening, who's joining us from Asheville, North Carolina. So Sarah Marie is a certified mindfulness meditation teacher through the program that is led by Jack Kornfeld and Tara Brock. And it was 6 years ago that I was fortunate enough to meet her as we were in the same peer group with James Perez as our mentor. And Karina Danita was also in that group with us, and she's also a teacher here at the center. So Karina, would you like to say a quick hello?
Hey, hi, Sarah Marie. Welcome to our community. We are so happy and honored to have you with us and bringing your amazing journey and looking forward to hear a little bit more about that. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Michelle.
Yeah, just a little bit more. So in addition to being a mindfulness meditation teacher, Sarah Marie is a certified executive and leadership coach, and Alethea unfoldment practitioner and facilitator. And she also has her first album with original songs called Modern Mantras that just came out in October. She continues to be on an amazing journey. And while she's been meditating since she was very young, I witnessed her tremendous growth in the past 6 years. And it's wonderful to see and truly inspiring. It's clear that she's attuned to life rather than managing it or controlling it, and that she has moved from a fear-based life to leading each day with the flow of love. And this evening, she'll share some of her wisdom and songs with us. So just a quick run through of logistics before we begin. This event is being recorded for people who can't be here, and also for those for our YouTube channel. So later on, when the Q&A comes up, we will stop the recording. So you will not be recorded. No one will be recorded during the Q&A. And the format of our time together, Sarah Marie will guide us in a brief opening meditation. She'll then talk about attuning to truth, love, and goodness, and creating the conditions for letting life play us like an instrument. She'll then lead a guided meditation, and then she'll share her songs from Modern Mantras. And then we'll have time for Q&A. So we have a full evening, and again, it's really grateful for you to be here this evening, and I'll turn it over to you, Sarah Marie.
Thank you so much, Michelle. Thank you, Karina and Monisha, for having me. It's really an honor to be with all of you in this tender time. And tonight, I want to share with you a profound shift in how we can attune to ourselves and to others and to life. One that opens us to deeper trust and creativity and love, even amidst challenge and uncertainty. And we'll explore this through story and guided meditation and some of my original Modern Mantra songs that emerged unexpectedly for me through this very practice. And my intention for our time together is to help us create a real field of stability and love and connection and possibility in this time between worlds. And a couple of guiding questions I want to invite you into is, how might we let life play us like an instrument? And how might we be a stand for love and truth in these times? And so with that, would love to invite us into just a short grounding meditation, just to arrive here in the field together. Just allowing yourself to open and receive this moment just as it is. Feeling into the support of the ground beneath you, the sense of stability and solidity that's there. And see if you can allow yourself to rest into that stability of the earth below us. Releasing any optional tension right now, resting into that support. And just welcoming yourself just as you are right now. Just attuning to and meeting whatever is arising in your direct experience with a very kind and curious attention. Nothing to fix, nothing to push away. Just honoring what's here. Connecting with the heart and then allowing an intention to arise for our time together. What are you feeling called to cultivate here tonight? What would most serve you right now? And taking a deep breath into that intention. And taking a moment to feel into the field of us here, into our circle, feeling into the interconnectedness, the support that's here. And inviting you to gently just open the eyes. Just take in the faces here on the screen. See if you can attune to the beauty and the goodness of everyone gathered here. Tuning from the heart. Seeing that we're all a work of living art, living poetry. Thank you. And one core insight that I would like to share with you tonight is that, as we attune from the heart, as we attune to this fundamental goodness in ourselves, others, and reality, we can find that greater freedom from our fear-based reactivity and respond with more grace and clarity in these times of great uncertainty and challenge. And from that place, we can become a vessel and a stand for love, truth, and creativity. We can be open and receptive to these moments of grace to come through us and to surprise us, as they have surprised me, in allowing myself to be more open and trusting and surrendering to the flow of life. And for most of my life, I saw the world through a lens of fear. I was always looking for what's wrong, what needs to be fixed, what are the problems to be solved, how can I improve things, how can I improve myself, perfect myself, help improve others. And this is also reinforced by our brain's negativity bias. It's also reinforced by our culture. We're so deeply conditioned to solve problems with our minds, to put things and people into categories of good and bad, and to protect ourselves from what feels threatening or broken in the world around us. And in a way, I was living in this constant assessment, scanning of what's wrong, what's broken, what needs to be fixed, how can I protect myself. And but then I also learned that through my dharma practice and through the work that I've been doing around human development, adult development, I've seen that there is another way of seeing, and that is through the heart. And this shift has changed everything for me, my whole experience of life. And the core shift for me has been that instead of asking what's wrong, I began living the question, what if nothing is missing? What if we are already whole and complete just as we are? What if we have everything it takes to live life just as it is? And this meditation teacher, Law Kelly, asks, what's here now if there is no problem to solve? Even just taking that in, like what's here now if we're not constantly scanning for problems? What's already here? And this isn't about bypassing challenges or not opening to the difficult emotions that are arising, but about attuning to a much deeper truth, that when we attune from the heart, we can begin to feel into and see the fundamental truth, beauty, and goodness that's already always here, that's waiting to be recognized and revealed. It's kind of, the thing that's most in front of us, and yet we can't quite see it. And this shift in perception has really helped me in seeing something really beautiful also about our shared humanity, that started to see that really everyone, including ourselves, contains many different parts of ourselves. And all these parts, have their own strategies and perspectives for how they're perceiving the world, navigating the world. And they're all ultimately trying to protect us and to help us. And even when their actions create unintended side effects or even harm, there's often a good intention at the core. And that really, ultimately, everything inside of us is rooting for us and wants to protect us, and is there for our survival. And from that investigation for myself of really getting to know these different parts of myself, and also doing this work with clients, I could really recognize that people want to do the quote unquote right thing, like they really want to do what's right for themselves and for their families and organizations and communities, and are often operating within systems that are, optimizing for short-term benefit and survival, and may not consider, the bigger unintended externalities of our collective actions for the whole. But yet, this really has opened me up to a lot more compassion, that ultimately these parts of us can be confused, but there is some kind of, core goodness there, that they are ultimately having that good intention. And to see that, even when others are taking action that, seems, really misaligned with my own values, I can know, like, maybe they're acting from fear-based reactivity, like maybe they're driven by one of these strategies that is trying to, with a good intention, trying to protect them, but ultimately creating unintended impacts. And it gives me more compassion, more compassion for myself as well as for others and for what's just happening, in the world. The more we can get to know these different parts of ourselves and hold their apparent contradictions within ourselves with compassion, the more we can hold it in others as well and in the world. We can come more comfortable with paradox, the paradox of being alive. I feel like there's a lot of paradox in these times. And another really core element for me has been trust. Trust as a path, trust in life as a path, that to trust in our fundamental goodness and the ultimate goodness of reality is both a core ingredient as well as the fruit of this way of attuning. That the more we attune to the truth, beauty, and goodness that's already here, the more it reveals itself. And the more it reveals itself, the more that builds our trust in life and in our capacity to be with anything that comes our way. And, it's like the way that living organisms grow and flourish when they are in the right conditions. You know, like a plant that is in the right, in rich soil, that is being watered, that's receiving sunlight, it will grow. It will grow into an ever greater expression of its innate wholeness. You know, the seed is already innately whole, and then it can really flourish and express more of that innate wholeness. And it's the same way with us as well, that when we are in the right conditions, when we create the right kind of internal environment for ourselves and for each other, you know, that kind of environment that, you know, is supportive and safe and attuning, the more that innate wholeness will reveal itself, the more our true nature will shine through. And I really love this line by one of my favorite poets, Rosemary Watola Trommer. She writes, "Why would I not trust life? It's like a seed evading the rain, like a sunflower just unfurling, trying to avoid the sun." And it's really in, you know, the earth support herself, you know, that we can find the deepest support. What at least I have found is really in this kind of unconditional support of the earth that is always given, that I have found a lot of support in these times and in my practice, to really practice seeing how the earth has been supporting me each step of the way, how the earth is nourishing me unconditionally, how my belonging on the earth is never at stake. And as one of my teachers, John Churchill, likes to say, that we need to cultivate secure attachment with reality itself. You know, that ultimate secure attachment is with reality, is with life, you know, is with the earth. And so how can we practice, you know, being supported in the deepest way, you know, that deep trust in that support, and find ways to see it, you know, to open to it. That's already there. And so I found that a key ingredient for my practice as well, for that deeper surrender, to become that vessel more and more for love and for creativity. And you know, I'm kind of like living proof, you know, of like how this has come through me. And one example of this is last year, I was on a month-long silent meditation retreat at Spirit Rock, and I really experienced the fruits of this practice in a very unexpected way, you know, without any prior experience in singing or songwriting. I just had original songs emerge spontaneously as I was sitting in deep meditation, you know, in the meditation hall. And it really was as if, you know, letting go of trying to control life and just really surrendering in the deepest way, really letting go, just allowed me to, you know, become that channel for what wanted to move from the mystery into form through me. And I really felt like this big moment of grace for me. And I was just sitting there, and suddenly the song started playing, you know, of instruments, with the lyrics fully formed for hours. And if I would summarize it in one word, the experience really was just like wow, I can't believe this is happening. And also this really deep sense of who we are is really good news. Like if this is happening, like if this is possible, like I'm a believer. Like, yes, like I trust the path, like I trust the practice. Like this is beyond, like I was just here receiving. I you know, didn't do anything. I was just here, just beholding, witnessing what wanted to come through. And it was such a moment of I had so much gratitude for the practice, for all these years. That I felt so much love, I felt so much trust, I felt a deep quality of devotion that I wasn't quite in touch with before in that same way. I just felt like I just want to bow to everything. Like I was just in total awe and amazement, and it really just showed me what's possible when we fully trust and just let life play us like an instrument. And so before I share some of these songs, I wanted to invite you into a guided meditation on this kind of attunement, this way of attuning from the heart and really resting into the earth's support that's always here. And from that place of letting go and receptivity, at the end of that meditation, I'll then play the songs from my album Modern Mantras. And so inviting you to listen with your whole being from that place of openness and receptivity. And so inviting you to take a comfortable meditation posture. To begin, just doing a bit of a scan from head to toe, just releasing any tension that's ready to be released. And as you're resting and relaxing, just noticing how you're being held by the earth. Letting any tension release into the ground beneath us. Relaxing through the face, allowing the shoulders to melt back and down. Softening the jaw if there's any tightness or tension there. Relaxing through the arms into the hands. And softening through the chest and the torso. And receiving this next breath in a softening belly. Releasing into the felt sense of stability of your contact with the earth. Just continuously releasing into that support. Releasing through the legs, all the way to the feet, to your toes. And as you're feeling into that solidity and stability, just noticing how there is a sense of safety and security arising. Resting into that safety that's here. Resting your attention, your heart space. And as you're tuning to your body and mind as an open field of sensation, just noticing the warmth of loving awareness, welcoming everything that's here. Welcoming everything that's here just as it is. great kindness, curiosity. Welcoming, loving awareness as an ocean of attunement. Offering attunement to everything that's arising right now. Feeling perfectly met, safe, held in this ocean of attunement. Held and safe, supported. Just releasing into the earth's love, the earth's attunement. And see how you can attune to your own experience in that same loving way. Meeting everything with that loving attunement, that great kindness, that care. As you're feeling that love and that attunement, just allowing yourself to rest and release even more deeply into that stability that's here. Feeling perfectly held and safe and nourished. And from that place, being open and receptive. And maybe even becoming the ocean itself, that ocean of loving awareness. I'll now start playing 3 songs that came through me. And as you hear them, I invite you to attune to the goodness and the truth and the beauty that's there as you're listening with your whole being. Just letting the music wash over you. I'll start with the first song that came through on retreat. For me, it's a lot about being well used by life and creating the conditions for moments of grace to come through. And that song is called Like an Instrument. Let life play me like an instrument. I don't control this show. Let life play me like an instrument. I surrender to love, let life play me like an instrument. I don't control the show, let life play me like an instrument. I surrender to it all, surrender to it all, surrender to it all, surrender to it all, surrender to it all. All wide open, all wide awake, all wide open, all wide awake. Moments of grace come through me, moments of grace come through me. All wide open, all wide awake. Let life play me like an instrument. I don't control the show, let life play me like an instrument. I surrender to love, let life play me like an instrument. I don't control the show, let life play me like an instrument. I surrender to it all, surrender to it all, surrender to it all, surrender to it all, surrender to it all. All wide open, all wide awake, all wide open, all wide awake. Moments of grace come through me, moments of grace come through me. All wide open, all wide awake. I don't control the show, I don't need to know. I move with the flow, oh watch me glow. All wide open, all wide awake, all wide open, all wide awake. Moments of grace come through me, moments of grace come through me. All wide open, all wide awake, all wide open, all wide awake, all wide open, all wide awake. So that was like an instrument. And I'll now play the next song that came through also on that same retreat. And it's called One Destiny. And for me, it really represents themes of really grappling with the, like the sense of like separation and polarization in the world, and how do we realize that we truly are interconnected and that we are that one heart that share one common destiny. We are a living process, dependently co-arising, all interconnected, unique but not separate. We are a living process, dependently co-arising, all interconnected, unique but not separate. One love, one heart, one destiny, all interconnected, unique but not separate. One love, one heart, one destiny, all get along? Why can't we get along? Oh, why can't we get along? Oh, why can't we get along? Sources of delusion. Why can't we get along? Sources of confusion. Why can't we get along? Sources of delusion. Oh, why can't we get along? One love, one heart, one destiny. All interconnected, unique but not separate. One love, one heart, one destiny. All interconnected, unique but not separate. It's time to wake up, time to make up, time to get unstuck. For the future of humanity, for the benefit of all. One love, one heart, one destiny. All interconnected, unique but not separate. One love, one heart, one destiny. All interconnected, unique but not separate. One love, one heart, one destiny. One love, one heart, one destiny. That was One Destiny. And then I'll share one more song. And that one is called Let It In. And it came through a couple of months after that retreat. And it's really all about the challenge that many of us are facing around truly letting in the love that's already here, removing the barriers of love that we have constructed when there really is all the love. It's already there if we can fully open to it. Can you receive my love? Can you let it in? Can you receive my love? Where shall we begin? Can you receive my love? Can you let it in? Can you receive my love? Where shall we begin? Nothing to do, nothing to fear. What we're looking for is here. Nothing to do, nothing to fear. What we're looking for is here. Nothing to do, nothing to fear. What we're looking for is here. Nothing to do, nothing to fear. What we're looking for is here. those were the songs. This last one was Let It In. Hope you enjoyed receiving those. And now I would love to open it up to some Q&A. Would love to hear from you. Questions do you have? Any reflections you would like to share?
Any of you,
The beautiful questions and reflections, and just to honor the time boundary we have, wanted to go just into a short closing and just dedication of merit for our time together here today. So just inviting you to take a moment to connect inward again, connect with your heart, inviting you to place your hands in front of your hearts in the form of a bud, palms connecting, fingertips touching, just representing the heart seed, the seed of love that we've been watering together this evening. I'd love to share a few words from Rosemary Watola Trommer's poem, Steadfast. Though a cold wind is howling, we are not birds without wings. And as long as we have voices, let us sing together, sing of freedom, sing what's true, let us sing. May our practice together be for the benefit and freedom of all beings everywhere. And opening your hands like a flower starting to bloom. Just honoring the love and the space and all the goodness and the beauty of reality. Thank you so much for your presence and your kind attention. It's really been an honor being with all of you this evening. And feel free to stay in touch and reach out.